Of course, we are thinking about it big time. What we are doing in our retail warehousing sector is that we always have the food anchors, and in most European markets, the margin of the food operators are so thin that they can't be operating truly through online trade. And first, the margins kill them, and secondly, also the convenience of parking in the big cities and delivering is also killing them with parking tickets. So those discount and low margin business cannot really be challenged by the internet. And for example, if you talk about with the owner of the German pharmacist DM, they say, okay, on the internet we could never offer a product for a price level that consumers would accept. So also this is not replaceable. So where we are and also the luxury goods are not replaceable, because you want to have the experience of shopping. People who might be struggling, it's the middle between discount and prime luxury, and there you have to be careful with selecting the right scheme to the right tenants.
Shops will continue to exist. It's good news, because that keeps us all on the job. But looking, let's say, to more details and what we see for differentiation, I think first of all, looking also to the retailers and the store networks, I think a lot of retailers in the future will be able to do with less stores. So I think what we are going to see is that, let's say, also a lower number of locations will be relevant. In other words, as a location, to stay in position, to keep your strength, to keep your power, you have to improve. So I think also whatever location, strength, you have to improve and work on redevelopment in the future. Looking to locations in general, I mean, my opinion is maybe a bit sharp, maybe a bit too much generalized, but I always say you have either to be big or you have to be near. And whatever is in between is riding a difficult ride. I know that's very, let's say, extreme point of view, and of course the reality is more nuanced, but you know, that's the way I want to put it. Looking also to the mix in shopping centers. First of all, what we see, those shopping centers which are strong, which have a strong function and have a place in the mindset of the consumer, maybe not that much in the mix, but what we see particularly happening is that particularly in the sphere of experience shopping, fashion shopping, but even in grocery, food shopping, the extent of experience, identity, presentation is becoming much more important. In other words, so where the stores are strong and successful, retailers often want to have, let's say, more space, particularly in the sphere of fashion. Higher stores, more extensive showcases, more like flagship store formats. So what we see, and particularly in projects where, let's say, the average unit size is relatively small, we see that in redevelopment tasks, evaluation tasks, there is a tendency of looking for how can we increase the average store size. Furthermore, what we see happening, of course, particularly in the sphere of electronics and other sectors, well, a certain level of concentration will take place, because there we see that competition is actually pushing brands together. I mean, much more to say, but I think that's already quite some food for thought.